What is going on, spectacular people out there? Welcome back to a brand new day of CS2 case market coverage. We're going to be jumping right into this because we don't waste your time here at this channel. Starting with the lowest priced rare case, the snakebite case, still moving steadily up from where it's been. It was at about 46 cents the other day. We're ahead taking that 6 cent jump now up to about 47. Just few days it had some steady growth. This is about the growth you'd be expecting day to day, not these 6 cent jumps, but they definitely happen. And when they do, prices generally tend to hold at a specific value. So you see that in a lot of cases. You'll see that they're in the snake bite. The clutch case has been moving upwards a lot within the last week or so. And these three are really among like the big movers today. We haven't had a ton of movement like we've had in the last two videos. It's been insane movement in the last two videos. So the clutch case really jumped from about 70 cents a couple weeks ago, little less than a couple weeks ago, to 80 cents now. So a 10-cent jump on these is pretty nice. Not as big as we've seen on some of these other cases in the last couple days, but a very, very nice jump. Now, the next case we've actually seen like a ton of growth on, and this was like a couple days ago when I checked, was the CS20s. I've been telling you guys, people have been asking me what case I think is still undervalued that they should get in. And I've been saying the CS20s for a while now. I can't exactly say that anymore, though I do think these are going to get up to that 150 range very soon, probably. That's what the other cases that hovered around this range did very quickly. And I think we're probably going to see that relatively soon. These were just at the start of the month in the 80-ish cent range, 87, 88 cents. So now to be 111, they really just within the last week since the last video took this jump. We were at about 99 cents in the last video, all the way up now to about 119 realistically on these. By the way, I am filming this in the North American morning, which means that prices will be lower. This is generally when people start to offload their cases for the day. Normally, I film this at night where they are at their peak, which is their most stable price. It's really what price that case is holding at. However, I didn't get the opportunity to film last night, so we're doing this here in the morning. The danger zones are one that we've seen a real genuine fall off from. Now, a lot of cases you'll see like we will see like a lot of offloaders throwing things off, and that will like throw like a case price down, sort of like these horizons. These have not dropped this much. These are just some offloaders. Again, maybe one guy throwing out a bunch of his cases here at 190, and then people inflating the prices. But really, the prices around two something. It's generally why I don't love to film videos at this time of morning. But uh, you know, can still get a pretty general feel for where the case prices are at. Now, that's something we're kind of seeing on the danger zones, but this is more of a genuine price drop on these rather than just offloaders, because it's been like a number of thousands of these uh, offloading under that 50-cent range that it did reach. However, this is pretty normal market movement. You always can expect a case to peak and then fall off from its peak. Pretty much every case does that over its lifetime. And that's nothing new. I'm not really worried about the danger zones. They're still way up from where they were on the month because they started about 116, now sitting here at about 140-ish range. So, yeah, still way above where it was, despite it declining where it was just very recently. And that's to be expected of this normal market movement, healthy market movement. Where I would really start to get concerned is if we saw these like drop into under $1 range type of thing, which they shouldn't, and I don't think will. But keep your eye on them now. Some other cases, the Prismas, these have been huge movers in the last couple videos, but now have just been taking sort of a stagnant route, which is pretty good to see. These aren't falling off yet. Maybe they still could. Um, but they're staying stagnant at this price. They could probably will continue to go up on the month, still looking really, really good on these Prismas, but just been a lot of stagnation in the last week since those giant jumps. The shadows have been stagnant for a while at that 180 price range, haven't been moving with these horizons. Again, this is one of these that I think falls victim to just the morning pricing. Somebody did list these $2 ones like a couple days ago. I was watching the market, and this was at like 800 some. Somebody listed some up for. So just does this one does look more to me like some offloaders than a genuine decrease, because we're not seeing like 3,000, 4,000 cases here that need bought up to get back up to even the price that it was. That's generally what I call a more genuine fall off, but those are still probably going to get up bought up anyways through those danger zones. Same with the horizons. So I expect these to rise within the coming week. But right now, looking like they are at a low from where they've been. Um, Same thing with the falchions. You see, this is why, again, I mentioned I hate filming at this time of day just because there's so many offloaders, and the real price realistically is over 210 when you get rid of these 10 cases, bogging down that starting price on the market. So I wouldn't be too concerned about a lot of these. Same with the revolver. This is really like 340 value pretty much. Just got some offloaders. So when you see some of these prices going down, I wouldn't worry too much unless you started seeing like thousands and thousands of cases being listed. Like if we saw with the revolver, like this going down crazy and it say it was at like 250 and there's like 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. That's how you know it genuinely would have fallen off. But this is just daily market movement, and this is not the revolver case or any cases like it falling off. Though I will say we have had a lot of stagnation on a lot of these other cases. It hasn't been a ton of movement upward on really any of these. Uh, Something like the glove case has held its value pretty well. I mean, still sitting like in that 950 range. When these get bought up, gonna be right back into that $10 range. Same thing with the breakouts. The breakout case now at about 858, but realistically, still easily sitting over that $9 range when we get the next like 100 offloads bought up. Not even that, probably something like 30 or 40. But yeah, so not a ton of movement. This is gonna be a little bit of a quicker video, guys, but I just wanted to show you guys the market movements that we've been seeing. It's really been mostly in the CS20s, the clutches, and the snake bites. The snake bites haven't really been a huge moving case, but with as many as there is on circulation, a cent up every day steadily is pretty nice. And that's about the type of growth you'd expect for a case when there's so many in circulation. Same with the clutch, but this has actually been moving up pretty steadily over the last, grip here. Could be into 81 cents here soon, so keep your eye on the clutch cases. This is one of the fastest movers right now, as well as the CS20s. This is one I said was undervalued, and I think is really, really going to be making some good moves here soon. I think it's still undervalued. It was way undervalued at the start of the month, but it's really going to be undervalued again here soon, and I think going to see a jump up to that 150-ish range like we're seeing from danger zones just shortly after the danger zones and prismas do it. Could be a short while till that happens, maybe a month, something like that. But I do think it's inevitable that that happens to the CS20s. So thank you guys all for coming out to this beautiful day of CS2 market coverage. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the market down below. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.